Hello, we are Team Social Scrapers and our project is called Understand Your Users. Via this project, we are exploring how visualizations would help understand what users say about social media companies on Twitter. We are envisioning this system for a content strategist for any of the 8 companies we scrape the data for. These companies include Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Instagram, Google+, and Snapchat. When we started this project, our idea was to scrape campaign data from Twitter and Instagram to compare the success factors on each platform. These campaigns can be for any company or product. However, we hit a roadblock while collecting data from Instagram due to security permissions. Thus, we narrowed the scope to collect tweets and metadata. The tweet data was gathered using the Twitter streaming importer tool available in Gephi. We recorded the data for tweets over an hour using a query that extracts the tweets with username and hashtag of all companies. The extracted data was in the form of nodes and edges that Gephi would understand for a network visualization, but our aspirations were leaning towards presenting the data to tell a story. Thus, we decided to use Tableau and formatted data into separate sheets, namely user, tweet, retweet and quote, and hashtag dataset. Now we will move on to the data visualization dashboard. The first dashboard in the story provides an overview of how tweets for different companies are spread out. Hovering on independent bars shows a tooltip with the exact number of tweets and also highlights the concentration of tweets in respective countries. Hovering on a region on the map filters respective companies being tweeted about in the bar graph. For example, here we see that in the USA, most of the tweets were for Twitter. However, most of the tweets in Canada were for Instagram. The tweet overview dashboard, first we see a bar graph that presents the average sentiment of tweet based on tweet content. The sentiment value can range from -1 to +1. Our first insight was that the average sentiment for all the companies is positive. On the right, we see the top tweet languages. The media content distribution bar graph presents the number of tweets containing respective media types. These can include image, video, audio, etc. Filter can be applied by selecting a particular company. We were really amazed to find the high number of tweets for Twitter were in Japanese language and mostly only had image in the tweet. To no surprise, the tweets about Instagram had more variety in media, but an interesting insight was for LinkedIn. 80% of the tweets for LinkedIn included links. The next dashboard is the hashtag network dashboard. This network shows the relationship of hashtags relevant to a company and the hashtags that are shared among companies. This network is created in D3 and is force directed. The red squares shows the companies and the blue nodes are the hashtags. A continuous click on a particular node highlights the nodes connected with it. This helps in identifying all the connections to a node user is interested in. Also, while creating this visualization, we left out the links for the hashtags mentioned only once to reduce clutter. An interesting insight was that GitHub is completely isolated from all companies and only has hashtags that are relevant to programming. The next dashboard is the Explore Tweet dashboard. At this stage of the story, we give complete control to the user to explore the tweets. A user can apply various filters and gather insights that the user wouldn't be able to access otherwise. The heat map on the geomap presents the average sentiment of tweets in each region. Filtering can be applied by selecting a combination of tweet language, range of average sentiment, country, and the company. The country can also be selected directly by clicking a region on the map. The tweet details update to include tweets satisfying all the filters applied. For example, all the tweets in the tweet details section are for Facebook with a minimum sentiment of -0.6 and were all tweeted from the USA. Now we will move on to the final dashboard that allows a particular user to deep dive into Twitter user base. The geomap shows the spread of users across nations for each company. The graph on the right shows friends versus followers count and are categorized based on their language. The user tweet sections shows tweet content, its language, and the sentiment. Again, this dashboard provides flexibility to the user to apply filters based on user language, friends count, followers count, and the company. The user can also select a country by clicking a region on the map or a user on the friends versus follower dashboard. Clicking on the user detail takes you to the user's account on Twitter. That's all about our project Understand Your Users. Thank you for watching this.